Breaking news out this morning, and a new chapter begins. A man arrested in connection with these bomb packages, with these suspicious devices, 11th and 12th suspicious devices intercepted today. A lot to get through. Let me get straight over to Shimon Prokupecz. You and the team have been working on this breaking news all morning. What do we have? What is the very latest on this man?
We don't know who he is. We really don't know anything about him. Here's the bottom line, Kate. Since last night, I would say, early last evening, we had heard that there was significant progress had been made and that they believed they had identified someone who was responsible for this, or at least that's their suspicion was last night. That is the authorities. They've been doing a lot of work in Florida the last 24 hours. Certainly once they discovered the sorting facility where some of these packages came through. And it was during that time they discovered what they believed could be a person of interest, a person who could be responsible, and they worked off of that. We know that there is forensic evidence linking him, or at least they believe, or we don't know if it's to him or her, I should say. There is forensic evidence that is linking this person. There may be images that links this person. So they are working with a lot of information. And let's just say, and I'll just tell you in general what happens in these kinds of cases. When the FBI has someone that they believe may be suspected in a crime, they do surveillance. They sit on a person, they conduct surveillance. We know that there was surveillance, there was ongoing surveillance of a person. Again, we don't yet exactly know where this person was arrested, but this is all sort of started in the last 24 hours, early yesterday evening.
Where they were really focusing in on this facility in near Miami.
Yeah, and both Evan Perez and I were hearing this yesterday, and obviously, we began working this, and we knew that something significant had happened. That's how we've sort of been explaining it all day, in that they really felt that they made a lot of progress in the last day or so, and so now we have word of this arrest. Obviously, going to be probably a huge relief, I would assume, for a lot of people. The other thing that's important is they need to make sure there are no other packages.
Right.
What's not clear is the packages that have been discovered today, if they were sent in the mail recently or if they were
at the same time as the others, or if there's a different time.
But let's assume this, right? If this person was under FBI surveillance, then the FBI would know that there were more packages placed in the mail and they would have been able to intercept it. So it's probably safe to say that these packages were not mailed in the last 24 hours. They probably were part of the old group of packages that he sent.
Have you been able to get a sense of how long this person's been under surveillance?
I have not. I have not even gotten a sense that this person is necessarily under surveillance. But in these kinds of cases, But in these kinds of cases, that's what normally happens.
Of course. What was the break here?
I think ultimately, I don't know 100% honestly, but just in talking to people, I think it's going to be some of the forensic stuff. I also think
that could be
images,
DNA, that could be fibers, that could be things.
I also think it's going to probably be photos that help them link this person to some of this, right? You have to assume that this person had to go somewhere to mail these, right? Maybe a mailbox, maybe a post office. So there could be images from there. Also, we have become, like law enforcement, you have to think, and just in this country, we have become so good at tracking cell phones. So they could have picked something up and triangulate. They usually do is they look at cell phone sites and they can triangulate cell sites, and they can see if someone's phone was pinging in a certain area. They can use all sorts of methods to try and connect the dots. And it's probably going to be several things, but I suspect there's going to be forensic evidence that ultimately link this person. And also, I think they were just waiting to have probable cause to go ahead and make this arrest. Interestingly enough, the Attorney General was supposed to travel today. He canceled his scheduled trip, probably because of this. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll hear more from folks over at the Department of Justice where this person would ultimately be charged.